Okay, I'm back. Debbie Lee. Hey, girl, if you're a girl. Nobody knows. Right? Unless you're on the video, unless we see you. Right? Anyway, and I'm Gary Lee. I have a Jessica Lee, oldest daughter. That's interesting. Keep the Lees a-going. Yeah. I don't know what that means. But anyway. This is an interesting intro into a lesson, because I'm closing down this, right? And this would be like my debriefing or my thesis. I like to learn how to write a thesis, because I know I've got at least 2 PhDs and masters or so. Absolutely. Anyway, Prepper Princess and okay, I still love her to the bottom of my heart. Wonderful, beautiful. She's welcome on Long Fang anytime, without question. There'll be some answers, all right? But, oh, no. Make no mistake, anytime. And I think she sent me a message before. The thing is, and I want to explain this, I'm dealing with a regular camera, my phone, and my laptop, and for some reason, they don't gel into one thing. Like my phone messages are right if I do a video on the phone. And I gotta, when I get out of here, because I have to centralize and prioritize this, because this is going to be an income. Make no mistake. The funny him-haw, the way I do it now, isn't going to be. I'm going to be after it, because it's what I'll do for part of what I do for a living. The triad of what you're supposed to have, in your getting along technique, right? The bus, the videos, and I'll probably work garden, because I don't want to keep my hands idle, that kind of thing. Plus, it keeps your mind sharp if you stay out. Right. Anyway, oh man, she's done a lot for me. Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna go to a lesson after this. And every time I've always tried to reciprocate in kind. Okay, I've given her things back that, boy, that was top-notch stuff. I've given her clothes like the field jacket that she has in one of her videos back in her Prepper Days thing when she did a series. That jacket is in one of her videos. And I'll bet you, and it came, one of my kids outgrew it, and oh man, this would be great for her, and I packed that sucker up and whoosh, along with scarves and this and that, right? I try and do my best, and that was good equipment. To me it was, because I've worked it. I know what it can do. I'd have to have trained her, because the field jackets, you got to learn how to use it. And today, I bet she gets $300-400 for that field jacket. It is vintage. I've looked them up for a true issue M65 field jacket. Wowie kazowie. Go look on Amazon or on eBay. Wow. Okay, so that's that. And this leads into another thing that I, went over in my mind as to what would be happening in a situation. Like I've always boasted that I've gone through a lot easily, but was tough for a long time, or tough things for longer periods, so it's easier to take than you would go through if everything crumbled and all of a sudden you'd be thrown into it. And my couple, 3 years would be shrunk into months for people out there that didn't go through that. So I have a real look on what's up as to what's going to happen, and the mental framework that one would have. And there's there's very, very few that I've seen on videos that are going to make it. You're just not going to make it. You won't have the mental toughness or mental shelving, I would call it. It's not tough, to get it on, And one of the lesson examples would be on Prepper Princess, when I messages, this and that, I have to go, that's way back, that's 3 years ago now, and this and that, so, never talked together. I can't remember what's what. I'll even go back, and she could even look it up. Now, that was a tough time for me. Now we're talking friendships and camaraderie, right? Maybe it got too tough for her, the scenario. That teaches you that, you know, sometimes the best say, yo, maybe it was for good, maybe it was for bad. Maybe she could have said, you know what, I'll get back with you in a couple of years. I've even told relatives that, say, how about you guys not show up for about 2 or 3 years, and then, you know, we'll get in the mix and see how you're doing. And ran them off. Right. You know, and then 3 or 4 years later, oh, hey, you know, yeah, okay, you know, whatever. Now that the baby was 3, I just didn't want their rough and tumble in the mix of raising an infant. So maybe that she thought that was best for her scenario. Now, in the hard tack of it, right, you would say that also. Sticking around longer and going, you know, maybe even coming back over and go, the hell's the matter with you, you know, or something, because I was all alone there. I've been alone for 8 years when she came by, when she dropped by, or came to visit, sorry, she didn't drop by, spent a couple days. So, that thing. Now, this brings up another scenario that I'm living now. And I might interject back and forth, because you know how I get empty-headed. Yes, Debbie, I kind of meander. After 60-some-odd years of what I've been through, this, that, and the bricks aren't in a real straight wall anymore, I'm sorry. Just not. So thoughts come and go, and I've kind of always been like that. See, look what I'm doing right now. And then sooner or later I get the ideas out. Bear with me. They're my videos. It's my channel. Cause. Odin. Anyway, Vampy and I have been thrown in a scenario, right, to where it made me think that, and this kind of blends in with Prepper Princess. What if she couldn't tell me off? Flat out, dude, no, you can't. I need you just as much as you need me, because there ain't there ain't nothing nowhere, nothing. Nowhere to go, can't go in the house, I'm going to Arizona, or I'm going to Los Angeles, right? You're in the village, and everybody has to be there. And think of it, interesting lesson. What would you do if no? You're going to stay. Like the thing with Vampy and I'll tell you, lesson, because we're about to move on. We we texted and videoed and all that a bit, and then it became necessary due to our circumstances because of what happened in Beatty, and with her, her situation was being, rocks through a stream too, so we just got kind of piled in with each other. And had just barely seen each other a couple of days before that, and then become a domestic couple. Boom. Right? That was it. That day. Needless to say, it didn't go well. It's still a bit rocky. There was times where this and that. Now, my point being, and what's interesting about this fact, it's like, no, I won't put it that way, because and I'm doing it again. The fifth wheel that we have, right? She bought it, and this and that. But see, that kind of stuck her here, right, into a scenario where, we're cat and dog. It was time. That's it. You gotta know, right? But the fifth wheel kept tethering us together. So we had to deal with and endure a scenario where no. You're going to stay. And had to work it out. At least cohabitate and be okay with each other and smooth it out till we can go day to day and be cool, Right? Imagine that. Now, imagine this. here's another thing. Because of what we went through, right? We had this god-awful backstory to it, because she went through a lot. She lost a lot. I mean, we're talking upper crust. We're talking prepper princess caliber and above. She had a house in the Bay Area, on the Bay Shore. She crossed the street, row houses, and swimming in the bay. Caliber lifestyle, right? It was rough and tumble after that, and that's all I'm going to say. But she, you know, coming up to me. What a trooper. She really, you know, okay, I can get this. And my God, she's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, God. And still, you know, but now we're like, oh, okay, we'll work out because we can work together. Now, picture this. Now, we had escapes. I could go in the room I'm in, blah, blah, blah. You know, and it wasn't, you know, you ain't going out there, you get shot, you get eaten, you get, right, and staying in a cabin. But still, oh, God. No, no. Among with other couple of determining factors, right? If it wasn't for the fifth wheel, no way. No way. We'd have maybe separated and then, well, hey, yeah, that was dumb, but, you know, right? Now, picture this in a breakdown scenario where you have days or weeks or months of, you know, horrible trauma, year or so, bad, right, and not no long-term degradation of losing everything, and, I got my bag and I got my picture of cheese, no, and how to be thrown with someone you don't know, you just know, who's that, right, and they're going, right, and kind of cautiously, and like, I saw a movie with that, Charles Bronson, it was one of those, Outer Limits half-hour things. Anyway, and the girl that played on Bewitched. Anyway, and you link up. You got to work it out real quick because you can't do without each other at all. You cannot. You know, you have to have each other or some such, right? Period. Now, we've had time to back and forth and work it out. Can you imagine that? That's the lesson I'm taking from this, and the one I'm telling you. And this is the reason that my channel is not very popular, because I don't do the wingding thing to keep alive, and, hey, the hotsy-totsy knife and the carving spoon. Well, I do, but, you know, I give it the real life. It's going to be bad. You're going to meet up with someone and you got to, you know, and oh yeah, and another thought. I didn't want to bust a thought with a thought because, Debbie, you're right. I wander badly. Anyway, and I did it again. And I forget what I thought. Right. See, it'll come back. See, and I lost it. Anyway. Like I said, you got a week. Oh, yeah. See, told you. Loner. Oh, I could do it. I'm a loner. I'm a badass. I said, no, you're not. No, you're not. I went 10 years alone. 10 years alone. Okay, we'll say I had a community out there I could visit people, you know, which made the 10-year experience, right? If it was you, if you were alone 2 years in a far worse experience where you didn't have interaction, you will go insane. You will not make it. You cannot do it. That's why I see Prepper Princess, right? I was going insane because I was alone. That's what'll happen. Y'all saw it. If you go alone, you cannot go alone. No, sorry, don't think you can. Couples and this and that. Oh yeah, and I'll tell you this, a little quip I came up with. Even a sawhorse doesn't work with 2 legs. You need 4 legs to saw a board. You need 2 hands on the other side of something to carry it somewhere. It's that simplistic. Okay? that said, so no, you will not make it. You cannot make it. I've been there. I've done it. It was bad. I went nuts, and that's why Prepper Princess said, "Oh, dude, you went bad." But, you know, I don't know, how would you have stuck around? What would you have done? That's another thing. If she was closer, she could have come over there and, you know, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, sorry. There went my monetize. But I wasn't going to monetize this anyway. And I'm going to go to other channels, too, to get crypto. Because I got to say, I came up this morning with the revelation that they say that energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred, right? I found a place where energy is destroyed. YouTube. I'm doing all this energy and it's nothing. But me, okay, satisfaction of me talking this stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go to some crypto channels where every click gets me a little bit something and see if I can't work that out. That's my thing. I'm going to get very, very serious about it when I get to Long Fang. I'm going to start here. Dog's gone crazy. And because this is life number 7. And I'm going to become an XLI. And I'll tell you that. A lot of people know what an XLI is. I am the XLI. All right, enough jabbering about that. Debbie, how'd I do? I'm telling you, you don't know. You know, and that's a sign of an intelligent mind that they just can't, you know, I'm always absent-minded and thinking something stupid. Anyway, there it is. Hope it made sense. Live by your wits, not by your worries. Peace. Bye. Let me see how much time I did. Talk about a waste. La, la, la. Oh, my goodness. 17 minutes.